So look, whether you're a leader of a company, you're the CEO, you're the founder, you're somebody that's running an organization, or you have a family, you got a wife, you got a husband, you got kids, siblings, it is time for an emergency meeting to discuss 3 different things with everybody involved. Today's message is sponsored by BetterHelp. I'm a big fan of what these folks do at BetterHelp for a couple of reasons, so let me share it with you. Number one, when you're an entrepreneur, you're a salesperson, you're a doer, a lot of times you're alone, you're by yourself, and you're coming home late at night, you had a bad day, maybe you lost the sale, maybe you lost the deal, and you're frustrated, you can't call your mom, you can't call your wife, you can't talk to anybody, and you're kind of alone, but you gotta talk to somebody. When I was building my company for many, many years, I had therapists that I would go see that was specific to entrepreneurship and business, and I would go on a weekly basis. It was the best release I had to talk to somebody about what I was going through because I couldn't do it with my wife or my family. So at BetterHelp.com, you have 20,000 licensed therapists to choose from. You go in there, you fill out your information. Within 48 hours, they get back to you. You want a male, you want a female, it doesn't matter. You have many different options. And then from there, you can start working with somebody face-to-face, discreet, by yourself, on your phone. No matter what part of the world you're in, they'll have that accessible to you. Go to BetterHelp.com/Valuetainment to get a 10% discount your first 30 days. Again, BetterHelp, HELP.com/Valuetainment to get a 10% discount. We're going to put the link below in the description. By the way, if this gets you thinking and you get value from it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. These are uncertain times. When times are uncertain, it doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's good. It's just uncertain. People don't know what's going to be happening. Uncertainty creates anxiety. Uncertainty creates worry, creates stress, creates unnecessary concerns that people are imagining. We self-sabotage. And sometimes we are worried and we don't share our fears with other people. But a leader comes out and says, listen, guys, here's what's going on. This is what I think we need to be doing. I'll never forget when the COVID situation happened. I came back, stayed at the office, and we did a Zoom with a bunch of our executives to see how they were feeling. I'll never forget the Zoom. Our ladies who would always wear makeup had no makeup on. And I've never seen no makeup on, specifically on a Zoom. And I saw guys who were like this on the camera, not showing their whole face, because everybody thought this pandemic was going to be like Contagion, the movie. It was the end of the world. We were all afraid. We were uncertain. And everybody needed somebody to bring that level of fear down instead of just spike it up. Because every time you turn on the news, this many people died. Oh my God. This many people. Oh my God. So we kind of needed more of this. Your family today needs a little bit of this. So now, 3 things everybody's got to do. Musk said this, but I'm going to explain it to you in a completely different way. Our job as leaders is to constantly make predictions. A visionary is predicting what the future is going to be looking like. Now, a visionary doesn't have to be Steve Jobs. I believe everybody in a family is a visionary. So, for example, a bad parent who's insecure will say things like, you'll never amount to anything. You're a visionary. But you just told your kid, you ain't never going to amount to anything. That is a form of a vision you're casting to your son or your daughter. That son or daughter is going to believe that and is going to say, man, mom told me I'll never amount to anything. That's a prediction. And that we feel it here, right? Versus, if you apply these habits, if you stay away from this, if you read this, if you work like this, future looks very bright for you. Okay, so I have to do something, but future looks bright. Absolutely, great. You as a family, I sat my family down and I said, here's what I think is going to happen in the marketplace. And this is what we need to be ready for right now. 1, protection-wise, we need to be ready on protection. What does protection mean? Where do you live? How do you come home? Security, driving. The other day, we had one of our girls here. She's driving. A guy bumps into the car. She gets out of the car. The guy gets out, shoves her on the floor, takes the money and runs off. If you're driving by yourself today and somebody bumps into the car, don't get out of the car. Stay in the car. Call somebody on the phone that you're talking to while they're coming to the door so somebody else is witnessing it, because this is a weapon. But you got to be prepared for it. Kids, when this happens, do this. Hey, honey, when this happens, do this. Dad, when you're going out there and do this. Everybody has to be somewhat prepared for today. Now, it's going to be all right, but this is what we need to be. Financially, here's what we need to be thinking about. Spending in this area, opportunity in this area, doing this, doing that. You need to have that conversation. But you need to make predictions today. The prediction is, here's what I predict is going to happen to the economy. Here's what I predict is going to happen to the marketplace. Here's what I predict is going to happen to crime. Here's what I predict is going to happen to this. So, hey, my 17-year-old son, I don't have a 17-year-old son. I got a 10-year-old son right now. But hey, 17-year-old son, Probably not a good time to be partying too late right now. Just telling you right now, people are desperate, they're worried, they're stressed out. Be a little bit more cautious today. Come home a little bit earlier today than before. Why? It's bad times, okay? When I'm saying when this thing gets a little bit even deeper and it's going to be a little bit more, I'm going to probably say those are some of the predictions I'm saying. Let's just be a little bit more careful on where we're going to be and surroundings we're going to be. Financially, predictions. Honey, here's what we're going to be doing. Business-wise, prediction. Here's where opportunities for our company. Here's our threat. You got to do a SWOT analysis. Here's our strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. You got to look at in this economy, if the market really does take a hit, if real estate does really take a hit, here's our strength, here's our weakness, here's our opportunity, here's our threat, okay? You got to talk about that stuff today and make your bold prediction. And here's where we're going to win. And here's where we're going to advance as a family. And here's what we're going to do. Your prediction. To your girlfriend if you've got a girlfriend, to your family if you got wife and kids, and to your company if you're leading an organization yourself. You make the prediction. After you make the prediction, then you say, here's how we're going to be prepared for it. So this is my prediction. I think this is what's going to happen. Here's how we're going to be prepared for it. We're going to be ready for this in this area. We're going to be ready for that in that area. If this happens to the market, we're going to move this. If that happens to the market, we're going to use this technology. We're going to use this sale. We're going to sell this product. We're going to create this protection. You know, if clients start doing a lot of fraudulent stuff nowadays, you got to be careful because when people are desperate, in sales specifically, when market takes a hit and people are desperate, fraudulent activities goes up. So you need better cyber. You need better compliance. Again, predict, prepare. And then the next part is what? You got to make it through. Persevere. You know, it's just survival of the fittest. The best people make it in business, those that are prepared for it, those that are sitting there saying, I'm the most prepared. I kind of saw this coming and I was okay with it. What is not the right thing to do is if you're like, come on, give me a break. No problem. But that's a form of a prediction. You saying it's not that big of a deal. It's going to be all right. You are predicting. Yeah, we're going to be okay. Your preparation is, let's not do anything different. We're going to be all right. Okay, you're going to persevere. By the way, there's a 10% chance you're right, but there's a 90% chance you're wrong. Okay, and I don't like those chances. I like it to be, there's a 90% chance you're right, but there's a 10% chance you're wrong. I like those odds. So if you're somebody that's kind of like, yeah, whatever, maybe take a little time out, call an emergency meeting with yourself, map it out, then go talk to your family, your kids, your dad, your mom, everybody, and then go talk to your organization as well with your predictions, not imposing fear, not imposing like scary times, end of the world, because everything's going to be fine if you are fully prepared and you're able to persevere as a family. Having said that, give it a thumbs up if you got a lot of value out of this video and subscribe to the channel. And everything's about next moves right now. I'm going to give you two crazy things to do. Number one, go watch the video Grandmaster. I shot this video, got a few million views. I gave the message to like 1,000 people in LA. I think it was Long Beach. Or this is actually a perfect time to go buy the book. I've never done this before. Go buy the book, Your Next 5 Moves, because today it's all about what your next 5 moves are going to be. If you haven't read it yet, or if you haven't listened to the Audible yet, go buy the book, read it, listen to it. There's never been a more important time for you to be clear about your next 5, 10, 15 moves. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.